asked my friend Joe H. to send me 2 large pieces of AAA quality amethyst from Brazil, and I told him that I was going to be sending one back. So I guess, which one do I keep? I like them both. Maybe I'll keep them both. I'll need to examine them both carefully and make a decision. The first one is about 70 carats and the second one is about 80 carats. The color of both is a vivid purple, and they will definitely cut awesome gemstones. Okay, for our amethyst out of Brazil, we're going to look into the stones and see if there's any inclusions or internal flaws or fractures or anything. So we're going to use Refractol, which is a product that was made many years ago, is no longer available, made by Babalu Rocks up in Saginaw, Michigan. So take a look. The Refractol has about the same refractive index as quartz, so it makes the quartz pretty much transparent and we can look into the stone. Yeah, so there's no internal inclusions in this stone. So let's take a look at our other one. This one is 13.8 grams, which is 65, about 69, almost 70 carats. And our other piece of amethyst from Brazil is 15.6 grams, almost 80 carats. And this one there's some inclusions. They're right there in the bottom. I'm not sure. Let me take a closer look, see if those are near the surface or not. I think they are near the surface. Yeah, there's one. So this one's not internally flawless, but the internal fractures may be near the surface, so we may be okay with this stone. I'll take a closer look. Okay, so we're going to keep the 13.8 grams piece of amethyst, which is internally flawless, and we're going to send back the 15.6 grams. It has some internal inclusions and a couple of veils. They're not in the center. I probably could work around them, but I don't want to. There's no need. I'll just use this stone. So the way I clean up the stones from Refractol is I take it to the sink with just some regular dishwasher degreasing detergent. Dawn works fine because the Refractol is a little bit oily. And make sure you put the screen mesh in the bottom of your sink so your stone doesn't fall down the plumbing. But just clean it off with dishwasher detergent and you're fine. So I've decided to keep the 70 carat amethyst and send the other one back. The 70 carat is the first one I looked at, and it doesn't have any inclusions in it. This would be a good time for you to consider liking and subscribing to my tutorials. That gives me feedback that you are finding the videos useful. Also, comment after the video. Let me know what else you want to learn, what else you'd like to see cut. If anything I covered was not clear. And also, if I missed something, and I'm sure I always do, please comment so everybody else can kind of benefit. There's no two gem cutters that use the exact same laps or the exact same techniques. So if you have a recommendation for a different lap or you use a different technique, please let us all know in the comments. Thank you. Now that I've decided which amethyst gemstone I will cut into an emerald or rectangular shaped design, I need an actual design to cut. There's a lot of places to look for gem designs, and one is the United States Fasteners Guild website. So I searched the United States Fasteners Guild website and I found the Golden Steps design. It looks like a good emerald shaped design, so let's give it a try. And here is where you can find this design and many others. I don't know for sure, but I don't think you need to be a member of the USFG to download the diagrams. You may need to register on the website, but registration is free. Becoming a member has a small fee. It's well worth it. It's a great organization, but I just don't know for sure if you can download without registering. I don't know. Give it a try and let me know in the comments if you do. So if I cut this gemstone correctly, this is how the finished gemstone should look from the top, side, and bottom. So I'm preforming the amethyst gold step design, and I still have to bring the sides in a little ways. It's still not quite the length to width ratio I want, and that will clean up this facet here where I bring this in a little bit. And I need to close up the keel. So what I'm going to do right now is work on the 40-degree angle at the top and close this up, and then I'll work my way down the sides, bringing the pavilion down. I have a lot of room for the crown yet. The crown, according to the instructions, the crown to width ratio is only a 0.112, so I only need a couple of millimeters for the crown. So I have plenty of excess rough. So I'll bring this down with the 40 angle and the 96 and 48 indexes, the teeth, until I clean this up, and then I'll work at the 42, 44, and 46 to make close steps. Again, I'm only at the 320 grit, so I have a lot finer grits to work with, but I'll work with this preforming grip to close this up. Okay, I'm working with my 600 grit topper. The keel of our pavilion's all closed up now. I have one more row of facets on the top to cut. I won't cut that with the 600, I'll cut that with the 12M. I haven't cut gone back and cut the corners yet. I'll use the 12M for that as well. And I still have a little right there cleaning up to do. Right there. So I'm going to bring down the pavilion a little further. I only need 2 millimeters for the crown of this stone, so I have plenty of rough for the crown. So I'm going to bring this down probably to there, and that'll clean up that piece. I don't want to make the stone smaller. I could bring this side and the opposite side in and make the stone a little smaller, but it's got the right length to width ratio right now, so I don't want to adjust that. So I'll just bring the pavilion down, and then we'll work on it with the 12M. Okay, I've finished going over our stone with the 12M, about a 1500 grit. Now I'll go over it with the 3000 grit diamond on a bat lap, and then we'll be ready to polish. I'll bring the lines exactly where I need them with the 3000 grit diamond on a bat lap. It's coming along nicely. I finished polishing the bottom half of pavilion of our stone, and now I'll transfer it and work on the upper half. I finished with the 12M lap, which is about a 1500 grit lap. I cut all the facets except on the corner. I just touched the corner a little bit. I didn't cut it all the way down yet with the 12M. And the second corner facet I haven't touched at all. It cuts too fast, so I'm going to probably polish those 4 facets in. So now I'll go to the 3000 grit diamond on a bat lap. Finished polishing the upper half of our amethyst emerald cut. I need to cut the table next, so I'll set the dop up for the table and we'll be finished. Alright, I finished polishing the table of our amethyst. I polished the entire stone with the Creamway lap from Gearless. So I've had this lap, I just haven't really made it my go-to lap. It's been in my inventory and I really haven't spent the time with it. So I used the Creamway lap, and I used a spray bottle of cerium oxide and water, about 1 teaspoon of cerium oxide to 3 ounces of water. That's what the formula Nick Michaelitis gave me. So the Creamway lap with cerium oxide spray. So I used the lap. I polished it about 700, number 7 on the Ultratech, which I guess is 700 RPMs. Slow drip of water from my drip tank and a spray of the cerium oxide sprayer to kind of supercharge the lap. Polished it right up, had no problems. So now I'll take it off the DOP and we'll weigh it and measure it and send it off to BOPIE. So today I took my Creamway lap out for a little spin. I wanted to spend some time with this lap as I don't feel that I've really gotten the hang of this lap yet. I supercharged the lap with cerium oxide mixed with water. The Creamway did an excellent job of polishing this amethyst. I had no issues with the Creamway, and maybe someday it will become my go-to lap, especially for quartz. As far as the Golden Steps design goes, it's a straightforward emerald or rectangular shaped design that any beginning cutter would enjoy cutting. In my opinion, the standard round Brilliant would be the first design I'd recommend for a new cutter. But I do know a lot of great instructors who teach new cutters to cut a step design first, so it's not really a problem. Give this design a try and let me know how it turns out. And as always, happy fasting, everyone.